here in Acadiana is
Ollie Bear.
Okay, 6:37, and we're continuing our 5 days of festival. Today, we started off with music.
5 days of festival with Al Abear.
Oh yeah, special.
Maybe it should just be called Al Abear Presents Festival International.
Oh, I was going to say, well, it is kind of Al Abear presents the 5 days of festival, but yeah, it was his.
We'll get this
his
close,
thing.
right?
Yep, maybe
Al,
next year.
standing by with music, more music. God, it was already great this morning. What else do we have?
You know, there's 12 days of Christmas, guys. 5 days of festival, not too much to ask. So, fun fact, did you know they're expecting over 300,000 people to come?
Wow.
That's a lot of people. And they're all staying at Scott and Alex's house, so that's going to be pretty crowded. Rusty Frioux. Rusty.
Yes, sir.
If we want to find your music online, where can we find your music?
Yeah, so my band Swamp Diesel is on all of the major outlets. We've got a website, we've got Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all those things. We got a couple of singles out right now that we put out very recently, and one I'm going to do for you this morning.
Oh, great.
And in fact, most of the artists that you're going to see at our show on Thursday, as well as Drew's show at Festival on Sunday, are all going to be on all of the channels, right? Most of us have.
Oh, wow.
Pretty well established music outlets at this point.
I suppose the online outlet gives you kind of levels the playing field, doesn't it?
It does. It's changed the whole industry, right? So we're at the point where a band at home can do the same kind of work or very similar to it that would have taken a full studio 30 years ago.
So I was listening to music earlier. I used to play the guitar in bars when I was in college. Of course, I was miserable at it, which is why I'm here. It's not dissimilar from what we used to play many, many years ago. So it's really... It's nice. It feels good to listen to you. What are you going to play?
I'm going to do a song called Pipe Fitters Blues. Right?
Okay, Pipe Fitters Blues.
Pipe Fitters Blues.
Okay, I love that. That's so gritty. Okay, take it away, Rusty.
The first thing I think that I ever knew, growing up on the banks of Bayou Blue, was that old man Stevens owned everything around. But nobody really knew him because he lived way out of town. Well, he built that plant back in '83 when the river was dry and the work was cheap. And I ain't sure who's in the worst shape today, Bayou Blue or Stevens Chemical USA. 'Cause that old man never put a nickel in that. He didn't take a dollar back out again, never mind what the folks who worked there had to say. 'Cause eventually they all just dry up and fade away. And living ain't living on minimum wage, so you sign your name on a rich man's page, and it's 8, 10, 12 till you just can't count no more. Well, they bought up the people like they bought up the land, with pretty brick houses and a check in the hand and a health care and pension they probably never have to pay. 'Cause eventually we all just dry up and fade away. Daddy burned rods for the 198 when the fishing dried up and the bills were late, and each day he'd come home and fall right through his chair. Man, he was wheezing from the smoke and the sulfur in the air. Now, I don't claim to be a righteous man, but somebody around here got blood on his hands. It don't always take a bullet to put a man in his grave. And sometimes they just dry up and fade away. And living ain't living on minimum wage, so you ride to town and you sign that page, and you're glad for the work, but you know damn well the cost.
Love it, Rusty. We're going to go back to the desk. I love that song, Pipe Fitter Blues. Back over to the desk.
That was beautiful. Could listen to it all day.
So, Louisiana.
Well, and I captured the inner blues in me, yet I feel good about life all at the same time.
It's the cookies.